Hey, welcome back in. Occupational therapy can be helpful for people of all ages, but do you know exactly what that is? This afternoon we have Sara Tusing with us from the greater Toledo Clinic to go over some of the many benefits of it. Thank you, welcome. Let's go over what, first of all, occupational therapy is.
So occupational therapy, as OTs, we can help a variety of people, all ages, all abilities, whether they need assistance with their daily activities, in managing various things throughout their day. But we can help anyone with various disabilities, and we are able to teach them modifications if they need to relearn various tasks, basic things such as self-care, being able to get into the shower, being able to bathe themselves, being able to get dressed, but also other activities too. Things like being able to manage their finances. If somebody needs to get back to a job, we can help them with getting back to work. But we work with them to see what their abilities are versus their deficits and develop a plan to help get them back to living independently.
Well, some of this might be a disability, actual disability that's a permanent disability, might be from an injury. Also, some may be just an injury that will heal in time, and you're just helping them get back to where they need to be. Sometimes stroke victims, there's a whole variety of needs for occupational therapy.
Absolutely. So whether it be something that's temporary, or if it's something that is, long-term, we can help them learn different strategies to manage their long-term deficits so they can live as independently as possible.
So really, this is a whole wide scope. The occupational therapist is a wide scope of services, very far-reaching.
Absolutely. We can deal with patients that have, mental health difficulties or people with sensory processing disorders. We're able to teach strategies to help them better manage their day-to-day activities so they can be as independent as they can.
That must be very difficult, people with some mental disabilities as well.
Sure, and people that have anxiety or people that may be dealing with physical disabilities. I mean, a broad range of deficits we can certainly help people with.
How do people find the right occupational therapist? There's probably a lot of out there. Where do you go to find them?
Sure. So anybody that feels like they would need occupational therapy services would be able to speak with their doctor or their primary care provider and say, hey, I feel like I'm having issues with this or that, and their doctor would be able to point them in the right direction and give them a referral for occupational therapy services.
Now, your offices are on Seco Road, the main campus of Toledo Clinic.
Correct.
What all would we find if we go there?
So at the Toledo Clinic, we have occupational therapy, and we also offer physical therapy. We work primarily with patients that have physical disabilities. I see patients there that have a wrist fracture or might be recovering from carpal tunnel surgery, tennis elbow, repetitive strain type injuries. So that's sort of the area that I work primarily with, is upper extremity and hand injuries.
Well, if someone's had a stroke, for example, they may have some need to kind of retrain to speak, retrain to walk. And they'll get there eventually. You probably have to coordinate what you're doing with what their particular doctor says.
Yes, and as occupational therapists, we do coordinate their plan of care with other professions, such as physical therapists and speech therapists.
Elderly patients, where do they come in? Is that a whole different avenue?
It can be. As people are aging, they want to stay at home, and they want to be as safe as they possibly can. So OTs can help with patients in the home to develop strategies so they can be safer and more independent. Say, for example, if they need help with navigating their home with a walker, we make sure that there's no obstacles pulling up rugs and making sure that there's nothing in their way, and just doing, what they can to stay safe in their home.
If you'd like to learn more about what kind of services for occupational therapy Toledo Clinic has to offer, there's the phone number to call and ask someone who would know, answer your question. Also, there's a website there, ToledoClinic.com. Sara, thank you so much for coming in and enlightening us on this. It's a great profession, and I'm glad you're doing so well. You did a great job today. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
We'll be right back.